If you think track days look cheap, think again. So here's the real cost from the obvious stuff like track day cost, obviously the day cost, wherever it may be. These vary greatly depending on where you are in the country. Anglesey, a mere £150. Silverstone, up to about £500 depending on what time of year. Don't forget your fuel. How many tanks are you going to use while you're there? If you're going to be out all day, a couple of tanks, 3-4 tanks, if you are absolutely hammering it, or are you just going for a few sociable laps? I was on Anglesey just the other day and I did 2 full tanks and then obviously factor in the fuel to and from the venue as well. Yeah, MPG isn't really a thing. 30 miles to the gallon usually in that Lotus. It was doing single digits on track. Expect the fuel to go fast. Hidden consumables. What am I talking about? Right, tyres. Yeah, they're on your car already, but they are going to take a beating on track. Again, obviously depending on your driving style, how long you're going on track for, and what style of tyres they are as well. Yes, you can run road tyres. My friend was on track the other day, he had 20-year-old semi-slicks. He still had fun regardless. Tyres can be anywhere from a couple of £100 a set. On a previous Twingo RS I had, it was £200 for a full set of tyres. In comparison, the Exige, £800-900. Factor in the fact that, you know, they're not going to get killed in one track session. However, Anglesey can be quite harsh on the front left tyre. So, but yeah, generally speaking, your tyres are going to take a knock. So whether you're using a full set in a day or you're getting a few track days out of them, factor in the fact that you are using tyres. Pads and discs. Discs could probably last you a bit longer, but factor in a set of pads for every few track days. Again, depending on your driving style. Everything I'm saying here obviously depends on your driving style. You could go out and drive like Miss Daisy. Yeah, they're gonna last longer. If you're going out trying to set some decent times, although timing is not permitted on track days, so don't be timing things. You can factor in 200, 300, 400 a set, depending on which pads you're running. Obviously, I'm gonna recommend PBS brakes every single time. Fit, forget, they just work. Extra servicing, oil, gearbox, brake fluids, yeah, it's all going to come into factor, isn't it? So if your car's due an oil change every 10,000 miles, for example, if you're battering it around on a track day, chances are you're going to want to change that oil a little bit sooner rather than later. So here's the true forgotten bits. You're going to go down the night before, factor in a hotel with our mate Lenny Henry. Food, track day venues don't tend to be too cheap. Alton Park, you're talking 15-20 quid for an all-day breakfast.
All of a sudden I never come. Do you know what? It's that light on crash was the fog.
Better than the burger?
God.
Terrible that, mate. £10.50. And a couple of quid for a bottle of whatever you're drinking. Absolutely scandalous, but they've got to, like, you know, are you going to travel outside to get food, or are you going to sit down with your mates and eat at the venue? Factor that in. Gear. I'm not talking about drugs. Helmet, suit, shoes, any other little bits and bobs you want, they cost money. So in total, we've got your entry cost for the track. We've got fuel, again, depending on how much you're doing, but anywhere from hundreds to 300 quid, depending on how far away you are from the venue. We've got brakes, a couple of £100, servicing your car, travelling, food. It all adds up in the end, and then obviously after you've got home, you're going to want to give your car a clean as well, aren't you? Or you're going to pay someone to do it. There's going to be rubber marks up the side of it. Grand total, it's not a cheap day out is what I'm saying. And if you're like this guy here, it's an even dearer day out. Factor in that things do go wrong. You might lose a wheel, you might hit a wall, someone might hit you. These things happen and you won't be insured. Generally speaking, for track days, you can get dedicated insurance for it, but your standard road car insurance will not cover you getting smashed up on track. Is it worth it? Doesn't sound like it when you're running through all the numbers, does it? But honestly, the feeling from flying around track with your mates, there's no better feeling. I was at Anglesey yesterday and I've come home buzzing, to the fact where I've wanted to make this video to kind of educate you guys as well. It is well within your realms to make it a cheap day or a dear day. Everything from a little Twingo RS that costs a couple of grand. You can get even cheaper, but I wouldn't recommend putting 150 quid banger on track. You're just going to have a crap day and you're going to ruin everyone else's day. Something that's dedicated for it, a couple of grand, and then, you know, the world's your limit, isn't it? Like, you can spend whatever you want on this hobby of yours. I don't drink, I don't do any of that crap, so for me, this is where my money goes, and I absolutely love it.